you have Aiki Taiso. So it is a drill, a micro drill of another micro drill, Kihonwaza. But inside the micro drill, Aiki Taiso, there's tiny parts. You could just micro drill those parts, okay? You have to have these parts because they're the master key moves. They're the parts that open all the other stuff that make it a micro drill, okay? That you can take these tiny parts and use them in an abundance of places, okay? So in Tai no Henko, it's not any of this. You do inward spirals like everywhere. So why do Tai no Henko, okay? You do rotation, you do a spiraling geometry everywhere. Why do Tai no Henko, okay? You reconcile grips and energy everywhere. So why do, there's no point, okay? The point that you have is that you're going to, we'll do it this way. You're going to have multiple repetitions on establishing a single pivot point. That foot, I'm lifting this foot so you can see the difference. So you're going to do your Imi, and you're going to transition and rotate boom on that single pivot point. So if you're going to rotate on double points, you see, there's no point, that's not it. You can't use that anywhere, okay? Single pivot point, you're going to use everywhere, okay? So in Irimi, single pivot point, pop. Boom. Irimi, single pivot point, boom. So you could micro drill, single pivot point, boom, single pivot point, single pivot point, single pivot point, single pivot point, okay? Irimi, you're doing Jodan for a reason, okay? So in Aiki Taiso, you're more of an energy, a resistance that I'm dealing with, okay? So if my hand is going up in the yin-yang world, what do you think my center is doing? It's going down, okay? So the micro drill aspect you want is how to put your center underneath his center. Not how to push his center straight back, you see? So any drill, oh, I'm underneath his center, you see? So I don't just go in and go here. Center goes on, not just down, under your center, okay? If you're much shorter than me, I'm gonna get really low. So under your center, boom. Not here. You see that difference? So under his center, boom, boom. And so same thing. You could micro drill under his center, under his center, under his center. You could do that. You probably should. Okay? So make sure you have these two things in your Aiki Taiso for Tai no Henko and Irimi. Okay? So I want to get under your center. That's true. That's true. But what I do with that positioning is not a free-for-all. Okay? So I still have to do the internal aspects. So your energy still has to go through me. And then in this case, I have a Kokyu projection. So it has to go through me twice. It has to hit the ground. It has to come back out. Okay? So I'm not going to go over here, and that's not it, okay? So it's going through me, boom. Of course, I don't want to just push her over here on this plane. I'm getting under her, you see? Under her. Let this energy, boom. Boom. Even if I want the other arm positioning, I have to be under her, not even, definitely not higher, but it's still internal, okay? Now, some idiot comment, oh, I don't like to see techniques done on women. I guess you got no right to be trained and feel your teacher's technique. But it brings up the point that I'm not pushing on you, okay? So, she goes, oh, of course, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. If you're doing it internally, do you get it? Which is why, energetically, it's not, you don't have a penis and you do, okay? People are idiots, okay? So don't be one. Don't try to outpower someone. Try to do the art's internal aspects, okay? So yes, under. Okay, but what do I do once I'm under? I'm not just trying to lift this thing from the bottom. That's not it. That's wrong, okay?